In Guild Wars 2, the absolute zenith of inventory management is the legendary and awe-inspiring 32-slot bag. However, aside from the two that can be obtained pretty much for free, 32-slot bags are actually a huge scam. Here's why. The most cost-efficient 32-slot bag is, if I am not mistaken, the Reinforced Boreal Trunk, which, excluding Itrite ingots, since you would never realistically craft them, currently costs about 234.4 gold to make. Meanwhile, a bag slot expansion costs 400 gems on the gem store, which amounts to about 146.52 gold at the current exchange rate. Add on the 7 gold to fill the new slot with a Pillager's pack, and your total price is 153.52 gold. As you can see, buying a new bag slot is significantly cheaper than crafting a 32-slot bag, but things become even more striking when you account for the actual change in inventory slots. When you craft a 32-slot bag, you are presumably replacing a 20-slot bag, which means you're gaining 12 new inventory slots. Divide the total crafting cost by 12, and you get a cost of about 19.5 gold per slot. Compare this with the new bag slot, where, with 20 new inventory slots, you're paying about 7.68 gold per slot, less than half the cost. Now, if you do actually have a completely open bag slot to drop your 32-slot bag into, the price becomes about 7.32 gold per slot, just barely beating out purchasing a bag slot. But in most cases, such a scenario would only happen after purchasing a bag slot anyway. Even so, there are, of course, still advantages to crafting a 32-slot bag. Namely, that bag slot expansions are per character, meaning they can't be swapped between characters like a 32-slot bag could be, and would be lost if you later deleted that character for some reason. Additionally, if you get a new bag slot for free, such as from the Black Lion bonus event currently running, a 32-slot is the better investment, just slightly. You should also note that these calculations are very sensitive to fluctuations in the gold to gem exchange rate. Just a few days ago when I started making this video, the 400 gems for a bag slot only cost 100 gold, giving it an even wider margin of superiority. With all that in mind, my goal with this video was not to persuade you against crafting a 32-slot bag, but to inform you about the true cost relative to alternatives. If you found this information helpful, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and let me know in the comments what else you'd like me to discuss.